is Bella, and I'm here to tell you a story. The story is about a game. A game I'm specifically developing that I originally thought of about 2 years ago, and as of right now it's simply entitled The Bomb Game. Nothing too extravagant there. And this game so far has become the hardest thing I've ever programmed. It's really testing a lot of what I've learned in school and have learned at internships. The hardest part about it is the math, really, because I'm only a math minor, not a math major. Another hard thing about it is when I encounter a problem with the math, I can't just go to Stack Overflow and find the answer. I actually have to seek out an algorithm that I put together to solve my problem. So with this bomb game, here's the idea. Basic rundown. You're this main character here, and you're running across the terrain. All the while, from the sky are falling bombs randomly. Random trajectories, random speed, and when they hit the ground, they hit, and then a timer starts. A random timer, could be 10 seconds, and it counts down until it gets to 0, and then it explodes. And here, these little divots represent bombs that have already exploded. So this terrain is deformable. So once I determined that I had a person who I want to run around, a terrain that's deformable, and bombs that explode, I needed to somehow create a game with physics that had this deformable terrain. And rather than reinventing the wheel, so far with my game, I've implemented 2 APIs, 2 frameworks. Specifically, I'm coding in Objective-C. This is supposed to be an iPad, iPhone game. The frameworks I have implemented are Coco, I think it's called Coco 2D. This is a framework for making games. And then to simulate physics, I'm using Box 2D, a 2D physics engine. This is where I'm doing most of my learning, is with the physics. Thus far in my programming career, I have only done Java, Objective-C, C#, but Box 2D is coded in C++. And so I believe it's C++. It's either C or C++. I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's C++. And so I'm technically learning 2 new languages, Objective-C and C#. Thus far I'm doing pretty well. With the bombs and the map, or the terrain, I'm representing the terrain with a linked list of what I'm calling vectors. They point to the next point they're connected to, and with curves, I'm approximating them like so. So they're more polygonal rather than round, curves. And then when a bomb attempts to explode, it also has a map of its explosion radius that is an approximated circle. Now this generation of a circle I actually pulled from a program I was previously working on that generates circles via vectors. So basically you have one object, one vector map, I'm calling them. This is a vector map. And you have your terrain vector map, and I want to do a Boolean subtraction, where I'm subtracting this vector shape from this vector shape. This is where the big headache came in. I struggled with this for days. Currently, I'm still struggling with it, but I actually have progress. We will zoom out, switch to Xcode, and here's my game. I've got bomb classes, terrain classes, vector map classes, vectors. None of this is really important as compared to the actual game. Well, actually, this is all important for the game, but a demonstration, if you will. Here's hard work paying off. Pardon the delay. Recording my screen takes a little bit of time. In fact, I'm going to exit Sketchbook Pro because it eats up some RAM. Don't save. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the terrain, and if I click, it drops a bomb. Normally this runs at 60 frames per second, but due to the recording software I'm running, it's running very poorly. So here we go. I'm gonna drop a bomb. So that's it. Look at that. It actually worked. But it only works to an extent. It only works for an amount of time before it crashes due to it failing to do an assertion. I'm not really sure what the assertion is. I haven't looked that far into it, but we'll keep dropping bombs till it throws that error. Jake? I just said hi to a friend. I'm not calling you Jake. It's working until right now. Crashed. Failed to assert the centroid. I don't really know what that is. I think it's the center of the shape. So that is the terrain, and now I'll show you how the terrain is being generated and broken into pieces. The way it's done is this physics engine can't represent a concave shape, so I have to construct the concave shape with convex shapes. So I triangulate the terrain each time a bomb explodes. I recalculate the geometry, and I can show that in real time by the terrain's draw method. Draw triangles, yes. Okay, let's rerun this. So initially, the rectangle is represented by two triangles. Its most simple triangulated form. Then I drop a bomb, and it adds triangles for each side. So each triangle, again, it's a convex shape, and I think my error is coming in with having triangles so tiny that when I go to drop another bomb, oh, nope, never mind. I'm not really sure then. I could do this all day. I don't know why it's not hitting. This might be my problem. So we're learning together. But you get the basic idea of this program. That was neat. You have a train, you drop bombs, they explode. And I drop bombs until it crashes, which is right now. Okay, that's all I have to show for now. Stay tuned for more of the bomb game. Thank you.